Peterbot's keybinds are weird, and that's coming from someone who's seen all sorts of setups, from unique keybinds to wild keyboard positions and even different mouse grips. Peterbot stands out in all of these categories. His mouse grip, keyboard positioning and keybinds are very different to the norm, and I thought it'd be interesting to break down how the best Fortnite player in the world plays with such a unique setup. But starting off with his mouse grip, if you zoom in on his gameplay, you'll notice that Peter uses 2 fingers on the left side of his mouse. He's not the only one that does this either. Clicks uses a very similar grip, but with 1 key difference. I believe Clicks is sort of using a palm/claw grip, while Peterbot goes with just a claw grip. Here's what it looks like on screen if you've never seen it before. It actually has a specific name. It's called the 1-3-1 grip style, which is usually the thumb on the left side and then 3 fingers on the top. That's the index finger for the left click, the middle finger for the scroll, and then the ring finger for the right click. The reason why he uses this grip is because it gives him constant access to the scroll wheel at any time, which is crucial in games like Fortnite because it allows you to faster reset your walls using the scroll wheel. For the majority of players though, including possibly yourself, a lot of people tend to use the 1-2-2 grip style, which will look familiar. Now this can vary, but you usually have your thumb on the left side, your index on the left click, your right on the right click, and then your ring and pinky both on the right side. If you were to compare both of these grip styles side by side, I feel like in a game of Fortnite, the 1-3-1 grip style would outperform the other when it comes to something like resetting walls. As with the 1-3-1 grip style, I feel like having that constant access, like literally a finger dedicated to the scroll wheel, there's just no chance that you're going to beat that. But yeah, hopefully that right there is a little insight of why Peterbot chooses to use that grip style, although this could very well just be more comfortable than the other ones. Next up is keyboard positioning. You've probably noticed that most pros tilt their keyboards. Some choose to do it at a very slight angle, while others can go as far as flipping it completely sideways. Then you've got the casual players who usually don't tend to tilt their keyboards at all, and it'll just look straight and normal. As a matter of fact, it's not just casuals. I believe Bugger has a very basic keyboard position, so it's not just the casuals. Peterbot though, like most pros, chooses to tilt his keyboard by quite a bit, and you might be wondering why does he do this, and the answer is very simple. Not only will it feel more comfortable as it allows him to press his keybinds more easily, but it also frees up more space for his mouse to move, which is great when you are using a double XL mouse pad like he is. Like, just take a look at how much space he has to flick his mouse around. If that keyboard was positioned in a normal way, like Bugger for example positions his keyboard, he wouldn't have nearly as much horizontal space as he does for his mouse. Moving on, finally, I want to talk about his keybinds. If you break down what finger does what, it can look very chaotic. A lot of you have made comments about this whenever I do make a player settings video about him. People can never seem to understand his sensitivity nor his keybinds. But for his keybinds, from my understanding and from like looking at the clips I've seen, it seems that he uses his ring finger to move forward, his pinky to go left, his middle finger to go right, while his index finger seems to handle all of his builds and edits. I know that sounds crazy, but clearly it does work for him and he can build insanely well and quickly. But if you don't know what his keybinds actually are, his crouch is C, his jump is space, his sprint is apostrophe, then you've got his building and editing, his wall is on T, floor on Y, stairs on F, roof on V, and then you've got his loadout and his pickaxe is on mouse button 4, slot 1 to slot 5 at default, and then his use key is on E. Now, I want to prove in this video that you don't need to use the most optimal binds to perform at the highest level. As long as it's comfortable for you, being different can definitely work, and you'll see Peterbot being the example of how true that is. You can see that these are clearly very unique and bespoke to him, and although many of you will deem these as not optimal at all, you can't deny that all of these work for him, and it's not stopped him being a 3-time back-to-back FNCS champion. In my opinion, if he was to switch to more optimal keybinds, I don't think this would be worth it at all, because the time it would take him to relearn like new, more optimal keybinds is time that he's spending doing that than doing something else, which could do more harm than good. I'd love to know what you think about this in the comment section below. That's all though. Remember, if it's comfortable and optimal for yourself, then the more you play, the more you'll discover what works best for you. If you found this interesting, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for more. And before you do go, check out any of my other videos on screen right now.